Well, it's the big albino. It's the big albino tonight. Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Bear Review, and we're looking at the Kaler original German Advent calendar. So we have to find the 11th because today is the 11th. Look at all the holes we have going on. What is that? That's 13. What is this guy? That's 12. For you. 20. There is 11 right here. We have already found 11. So, 11 is now popped open and ripped off. Let's pull her out, see what we got, shall we? What do we got? Yeah, I'm not even going to try to say this one. This is 5.2% alcohol. It is from privatbrauerei Haus. Ozaptis? Yeah. Ozapitis? Zapitis. It's an intriguing bottle look. I like how it's the private brewery of Haus. 5.2 again. Know nothing about this stuff. Okay, it's that time. We're gonna put you guys down. We're gonna do this first. We're gonna do the dangerous pour. That's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna do the danger pour, because why not, right? Let's open up the private brewery. Oh no, we shouldn't have done the dangerous pour! It started to foam up, if you're wondering. It's like me the first time I saw a hot girl. I foamed up. What the hell am I talking about? I do it every time I see a hot girl. So as you can see, there is a lot of carbonation moving in there. A lot of carbonation. There's some bright white head. I don't know if you... Well, I don't know. The bright white head's fading. You can't hear the snap, crackle, pop, but there is a snap, crackle, pop. Okay. Let's do this, shall we? Let's do this. Bang. Let's give her a sniff. Now this is more the color I expect when I get a German beer. You know, that bright yellow. Slightly gold. Look at that head moving, though. Well, not head, that carbonation. And it's the exact smell I'd expect, too. It's an intriguing beer because it has that just Euro lager scent to it. It just smells like a European lager and nothing else. I mean, it has that tinniness, that sulfuricness, that cut grass, that slightly grainy scent. It smells like your average export Pilsner. Let's try it. Cheers. Cheers to the beers, as Natalie would say. That is probably the most watery German beer I've ever tasted. It's water, very, very, very watery. Now there is that sulfuric taste still in the back end. There is that cut grass / dirtiness still in the background, but they're not very apparent. And there's no real that German beer sweetness you get on so many German beers. It's not there at all. I guess this could be something great for a lot of people. I mean, this would be something that would easily be put back. It's just, even for this advent calendar, which I knew would be mostly meh beers at best, this is pretty weak even for this calendar, to be honest. I don't know. It's not bad. It's just not. I don't know. Like if I was gonna drink I think I would rather drink any Schneider and Sons or Erdinger or anything like that over this. I mean, it kind of tastes like what Lowenbrau tasted like 3 years ago, right after it moved over to being brewed over here every once in a while. I haven't had it since it was started to be brewed over here more often. So like when they moved from the green bottles to the cans, it just has that almost no sweetness on the forefront, and then that slightly tinny, slightly metallic, slightly hoppy back end. Very, very watery though, very soft, very easy to drink. I mean, I can't say anything bad about it. If it was cold, it would just fly down your throat. Out of 10, I'd probably give it a 5. It's not a bad beer. Excuse me, it's not a bad beer at all. It's just not what I personally would like. If you're looking for just your standard Euro lager, it's probably a 9 out of 10 stylistically if you're just looking for a standard Euro lager. It's just not for me. Let's see the comments before we leave. Can you two fucking idiots stop fighting for just a minute? Maple Rusky's up. Cheers to you, sir. And Dan is here again. Good day, Dan. So yeah. I'm really good at screwing things up. Met a girl at the Christmas party. We talked for like 10 hours. She left. Her friend sent me a message about, hey, my friend really likes you. Did you message her yet? I'm like, yeah. Did she respond to you? No, not yet. So then like a few moments later, after I said that, she responded to me and she's like, yeah, thank you so much for last night. It was awesome meeting you. We talked a few more messages back and forth, and I'm like, okay, before we just exchange pleasantries for the next like 20 minutes going back and forth in text, how about I just get this out in the open? We talked for over 10 hours yesterday, so I know I'm interested. What do they say? How do they say this nowadays? Do you want to go out sometime? She's like, yeah, I would. We can certainly do that. I'm like, okay, good. So, we started doing the New World dating thing where you just are seeing the person, hanging out, seeing if you want to make a relationship out of something. And tonight she texted me. She's like, hey, I'm off work early. I'm like, oh, so am I. And she's like, oh, I'm drinking. You want to come have one with me? I'm like, sure. Let's go do this. And she's a beautiful girl. Her both in looks and personality. She's just a beautiful girl. And I go out to meet them. And I hate meeting somebody somewhere. I like being there first, so they have to look for me because I can't fucking see them, right? So I walk into the place and I'm walking around. It takes me a few minutes to find them, and I'm like, fuck. So now, first off, she's there with two friends that I haven't met yet. I met another one of her friends, but she's there with two friends I haven't met yet. And I'm a little off already today because I just saw my kids today, and I'm always a little off after seeing them. But I wanted to see her, so I went out and so a little off from that, a little embarrassed from the fact that I had to go looking for them, and a little what's going on down here? Yeah. It was a very weak beer, and I'm glad I got to see my kids too. But anyway, so I got to a little embarrassed about that, little sad, little off, little embarrassed, and and then I'm not shy once I start talking to somebody, once I open up, but it's opening up, right? So now I'm already embarrassed that they all three of them saw me looking around, and now I'm also shy because I'm there with these two new people, even though I'm also with the girl that I spent fucking 11 hours talking to, and I really, really enjoy. And, yeah. So I kind of made a little bit of an ass of myself in that way, in my mind. And then, they decide they're going to drive me home. I'm like, no, I can walk. I'm just down the street. No, get in our car. We're driving you home. Okay, so I'm in the car with the 3 girls. Stop at my house. I'm getting out, and the girl that I'm hoping to possibly have a relationship with is like, yeah, I'll see you again soon. Like, yeah, that would be great. Get in the house. I text her after I get in the house because I'm a fucking idiot and I should have left it. And, I haven't gotten a response yet. I'm not going to until sometime tomorrow, if at all, because I may have just fucking iced things. Because, I'm not good at this shit at all. I'm not good at this dating game. When I was young, it wasn't, you're seeing somebody and you decide things. It was you were either dating them or not. There wasn't this, like, you still courted, you still went on dates and stuff, but it wasn't a let's do this thing and see what goes on. So it's just weird to me. I have no idea how to do it, right? And I've been with the same lady for fucking 16 years. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing anymore. So, yeah. So that was fun. That was fun. And I know I'm just putting this story at the end of a beer review, but you know what? That's just. Yeah, I don't think that's what she would want. What the fuck happened to my eye? Fuck. But yeah, so yeah. I really like the woman though. Great woman. And her friend is dating one of my friends, so it's one of those things where I think she was called out because of me, because my buddy, his date was talking to me at the Christmas party, and she's like, "Oh, are those your kids' feet?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "How long have you been together with your significant other?" I'm like, I'm in the middle of a divorce. I haven't been with her in 9 months now." She's like, "Oh, really?" And like an hour and a half later, her friend shows up and is sitting with us and starts talking to me and shit like that. I was at the Christmas party in a Santa suit. If any of you want to perv out at a Christmas party, wear a Santa suit, man. Everybody's on top of you. I was eating my dinner at one point and some girl jumped on my lap and like took a picture with me. And then another girl sat on my lap and gave me an ear lick because she was crazy. These other 2 girls sat down with me and took a picture, like a group picture, and then the one left and the other one just stayed there looking at me, and she comes back and she sits right on my lap, takes another selfie with me, but this time, she fucks up and she's taking a video first, and yeah, so she's taking the video first, and she's like, "Why is this not working?" I go, and I point to the little red light. I'm like, "You're taking a video." She's like, "Oh shit!" So she turns it off, takes a picture, and looks at me and goes, "I'm gonna watch that video later tonight." I'm like, okay. So yeah, Santa suit, especially if you're albino, the way to go. Okay, the way to fucking go. But yeah, so I may have screwed this up with this girl. I may not have. I don't even know if anything's ever going to happen with this girl. I don't know in the end if she's going to be interested or not. And I think that's the thing I hate about the game. Like, if she's not going to be interested, I'd like to just move on. Because I don't have a lot of time. But I don't want her not to be interested. I really do enjoy her. I like her a lot. Yeah, what's going on here? Well, thank you, Maple Rusky, Nikolai. Well, see, and that's the thing, right? I don't have the belly for it anymore, Dan. I lost 55 pounds. I was a skinny Santa, and they still loved it. It's the white hair, though, right? If I still had my beard, the shit that would have happened, man. The shit that would have happened. Like I said, at one point I was eating my fucking dinner. I'm eating my roast beef, and this girl just jumps on my lap to take a picture. And I look at her and I go, "Okay, you're hot enough for me to forgive you, but could you have at least let me finish my beef?" And she's like, "Oh, I didn't even think about that." I go, "What do you mean you didn't think about it? I was eating beef here, big roast beef." So I take a poop at least 4 times a day, so you could have had dessert while you were. You know what? Of all, for me, that could have been cool, and maybe some of those girls would have been cool, but it's one of those things where I'm actually angry with myself because, like I said, I spent over 10 hours talking to this girl. So I think I've made a connection with her again. I don't know if I did or not. I'm overthinking things. I know I'm fucking overthinking things. That's what I do. My mind is fucked like that. I overthink everything. Today at work, I was asked to, well, over the last little while, I've been asked a couple times to apply for a position in a supervisory role, and I'm overthinking that too. Like, what the fuck happens if I take that? What if I apply for it and I get it? Then I don't get enough shifts as a porter, because if I don't get enough shifts at what I'm doing, I'm not gonna make enough tip money to pay my bills, because all my bills go to fucking child support and go to this and go to that. So what the fuck am I gonna do? But it would be great on my resume. And why are they even asking me? I've applied 9 times and didn't get any interviews, but now they're fucking harassing me. Like, legitimately harassing me. They're like, "Oh, you should do this." I'm like, "Have you seen my file? Legitimately, my file's like this. Why the fuck would you even be talking to me?" And they're like, "Because you know what's going on." I'm like, "File like this." I'm like, "I'm not a company yes man. You getting me on board isn't going to help you, because I'm still gonna be an idiot. It's what's gonna happen." Like, and then yeah, yeah. I don't know. Now her friend was had her house burned down, so she lost everything. Her friend and lost everything, and they're telling me about this while they were sitting here. And they had just met me. We had been chatting and everything for a couple hours. But they were telling me about their friend that kept calling them, and they're like, "Yeah, she's living with her mom right now. Most of what she has left is in her car. We're doing this, we're doing that. She lost everything. It all burnt down in a house fire in Port." And I just look at them and I go, "Look, this is what I have left." And I threw them like $60. I'm like, "Put that towards whatever you're doing." And that girl was one of the ones at the bar after they were done work. And she's like, "Oh my God, thank you. You didn't have to do that. You don't know me at all. You're an amazing person. Jamie told me you were amazing, and you are." And then I'm like, "Oh fuck." So she said I'm amazing, and now I'm just fucking myself with stupidity. Anyway, let's read these comments and then go. Talk to you about how you met your wife. Trust me, for 10 hours, that's a good start. What the fuck is going on with my eye? I didn't realize that my eye looks like I fucking got scratched there before I went to see her. That's great. That's great. But yeah. No, see, cannabis cultivator, I am worrying because she's, I've dated a few women since my ex is gone, since I broke up with my ex-wife. I've dated about, this will be the 8th, and she's the only one I actually liked out of the 8. Only one I actually really care about out of the 8. I mean, no, that's a lie. The first one I did too, but then things happened with her. Things happened where we had some talks about things, and it just didn't fix things. Is the best way to put it. But yeah, there's been a bunch of girls. One of them, the very first one, she wasn't really a rebound. She had a lot in common with me. She was a cool person, but again, there was, and I could have saw a future with her, but yeah, I also couldn't see a future with her because really because of things between the two of us. The next 6 were just, hey, you want to go out? Sure, let's do this. And within a few days or weeks, I'm like, yeah, this isn't gonna work. But this one, I actually legitimately am worried about, a little nervous about. And I did have the oh my god, she's not texting me back thoughts a few times, but I know that we kind of work opposite shifts and we kind of sleep opposite right now on our days working, because she goes into work at 3 and gets done at 11. I go in at 6 and get done at 3 a.m. So by the time I wake up, she's going to work, so we don't get to talk much. So sometimes I worry about that too. I really shouldn't, but I kind of do. I don't know why. Anyway, let's read these last. Good day, Chewbacca. I didn't wear any glasses yesterday, man. I don't think I did. Did I wear glasses yesterday? I wore sunglasses. Oh, you're talking about on Thursday, the Santa glasses. No, that's just been there today, and the Santa glasses I wore down my nose. I wore them like down here. I never had them pulled up. So yeah, I've made this review of this very weak beer into a 21-minute ordeal. I wonder who's gonna watch this far. I don't think anybody. I think just you guys and me. How in the fuck is there 7 of you right now? How in the fuck did that happen? I should have just fucking started a new video and just talked about this shit. But, I was here and I thought I'd tell the story. So, yeah. Cool, girl. I probably fucked myself. Whatever, we'll find out. I do work this Wednesday, so no BDU Wednesday. We'll probably do it Thursday night. And I'm off Friday this week, too. So I don't know what I'm going to do yet on Friday. Maybe I'm going to be going out on a date. Maybe I won't be. I don't know. I don't. Now she has a few kids as well, not as many as I do. So, but I don't really care about that. She smokes. I'm not a smoker, but again, she doesn't smoke all the time, so I don't really care about that. I mean, we all have our habits that we're either proud of or not proud of. There's things I do that I'm not the proudest of. There's things I've done that I'm not the proudest of. So I mean, I can't be angry. However, I do find it funny that I went to the Christmas party with my friend Cecile and her boyfriend Bruno. They picked me up and drove me there, and I left the Christmas party with 2 ladies. One of them being my buddy's date, and the other one being this girl. So my buddy's date came back with me because she's best friends with this girl, and she's like, and this girl wanted to, So they came back together, and again we continued to talk. It was great getting to know her and just chatting with her, and she asked me a lot of questions. She did a lot of talking. Usually the woman will do a lot of the talking, and you let them talk. And I tried to get a little bit of information out of her, but she was more interested in me, and asked me a lot of questions, and then started talking to me about things like how long were you with her, how long have you, things like that, and continuing on different things too. And talking to me about a friend of hers that's gone through some of the same things and how much she hates it. And yeah, so I don't even know. I don't know. I think that's just it, right? There's no magic reader on whether or not somebody has feelings or is thinking they do, and there's no magic reader to know when that window of attraction closes, because there's a window, and you have to, at least in my mind, there's a window, and you have to get in before that window closes, and once that window closes, it's closed. So that's why I'm worried that I fucked things up. But anyway, I'm going to go now. You guys have a lovely evening. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We love the ZC beer. Yeah, so do I. I'm trying not to overthink it. Have you not known me? How long have you known me, fucker? I overthink everything. I overthink everything. Yeah, she didn't. She didn't let me get out of the car without, she was in the front seat. I was in the back seat with a friend of hers, and she got in the front seat, which to me was a little weird too, because I would have thought maybe she would have let her friend go in the front seat, or maybe she didn't want to do that. I don't know. But she got in the front seat. She sat directly in front of me though, and she did talk to me a little bit as we drove home. It's not like we were far away. Like it was a maybe 20-minute walk for me. So it was a get off of me, toilet drinker. So it was maybe a like 3-4 minute car ride. And when we got here, yeah, she didn't let me just get out. She did, reach back, grab me, and say, "I'll see you again soon." So maybe I'll get a third time to see her. I don't know. I just don't want to be just the friend type of thing. Like I'll be your friend. I don't mind that. I'm just saying that I don't want to be the guy that's just strung along to just be the friend. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, Maple Rusky, as I said, Nikolai, Thursday we'll do the live stream unless I'm going somewhere with her, and then we'll do it Friday. So whatever happens, Thursday and Friday are the 2 days that are possible. Stop crying. You're not getting into the washroom to drink from the toilet. Drink your fucking bowl of water. Okay? Drink your bowl of water. You're not drinking from my toilet. It's not happening. It's not happening. I'm not flushing the toilet before I have to take my dump. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You disgusting dog. I love you, but you're disgusting. But yeah, so she wanted to see me. It was weird, too, because, like I said, I got off work, and we were texting back and forth after I got off work, because she's like, "Oh, I'm out having a drink." I'm like, "Oh, that's great. I'm going to go home in about an hour." She's like, "Okay, well, I'm exhausted. I'm going to have this drink and then go home and go to bed." So when I got home, I texted her when I got home. I'm like, "I hope you're having a good sleep, Have a wonderful night. I'll talk to you sometime tomorrow." And like 5 minutes later, I got a text message back saying, "Hey, no, I'm still out having drinks with the girls." I'm like, "Oh, that's great. You're probably having more fun than me. I have 2 very large dogs sitting on my lap currently, and I'm trying to watch a TV show that isn't working." And she's like, "Oh no, I'm not having more fun than you. You should come out for some." Like, where are you? And she texts me back directly away. Right away. This is where I am. Like, okay, that's about a 30-minute walk for me, so I should make it there by 12:30, which is half an hour before close. So yeah, I should be able to get out to have one. She goes, "Okay, if you don't get out, if you don't get out here, next time we'll get together." I made it out, and she's like waving her arms at me. That's why I was embarrassed about the blindness. What are you doing? What are you doing? Mwah. Get your toilet water mouth down there. So yeah, that's where that was. But yeah, I'm an idiot when it comes to ladies. I always have been, always will be most likely, and like I said, it's been fucking 16 years since I've really dated somebody, unless we're counting April, and I mean April was my first since Christy, and then there was a plethora of others that didn't go anywhere, and I didn't care for them to go anywhere. It was we would do the first date thing. Some of them made it to the second date. Some of them made it to the third date. But we do the first date thing, and I'm like, yeah, this doesn't jive. I don't feel it. And one of them, we went on the first date, and she's like, "You're awesome, but I like you so much. We should do it." And then she ghosted me. So I don't understand women. I never will. I never understood women. Oh, so here's a fun story. And I'm only going to tell this because this is a beer review, and she's never going to watch it to the end of this unless one of you tells her. But so today, my ex came and got all of her stuff, so now I'm living like a fucking squatter. She took all the furniture, basically. There's nothing in 2 of the rooms, and all that's in the third room is my bed. So, and then the front room doesn't even have a couch anymore. So, I mean, basically, legitimately, I'm living like a squatter right now, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with that. But, so I get, I go, I see my kids, and while I'm seeing my kids, they're unloading everything here. And, the cantankerous cook and the man toss are here as the people watching the house. And I had everything in the garage. The garage was packed from front to back all the way up to the fucking ceiling. Like, I had it packed. It was fucking Jenga'd in there and Tetris'd in there. Tetris'd in the fact that everything was, all space was being used properly, and Jenga'd in if you pulled the wrong box first, it was all coming down. Or the wrong piece of furniture first, it was all coming down. And, I had an invoice of everything that was in there. I'm like, you make sure she signs this when she's done, because there's a lot more than half of the furniture going with her. And she thought that just because, stuff was for the kids, it didn't count towards half of the furniture. She's like, no, this is the kids' stuff. I go, no, that's not the way it works, young lady. That is part of the net family value. You take 5 beds of the 6 beds in the house. You have taken 5 beds. You have not taken, just one for yourself, and I have one, and because you took the kids' ones. No, in truth, if you're doing right down the middle, you have to buy some of those beds yourself, but I'm just giving them to you because I don't want to fight anymore. And so all this stuff's going on, and she did send, she kept harassing me about the washer and dryer. I need the washer and dryer. I'm like, you're renting. Yeah, my rental doesn't have a washer or a dryer. I'm like, so force your landlord to get you a washer and dryer. No, you're going to give me yours because I don't want to fight anymore. We've done that enough. But a washer and dryer is just a fact of life with 3 kids. I almost responded, but I didn't because I didn't want to get into it. I almost responded with a fact of life: when you leave somebody's, you don't get everything you fucking want. But I didn't. I just like, you know what, take them. I looked online on Kijiji and I found a fucking laundry and dryer pair for $150 from a couple that moved into a house, brought theirs with them, and they were already there and they just wanted to get rid of them. So I was good with that. I'm like, okay, take your shit. I don't care. But where the story is going is, so Paul is here, the cantankerous cook, and her dad is chirping from the van, right? He's like, do you need to go in the house and get anything? She's like, no, I don't think he even wants me in the house. I mean, everything's in the garage. It's all packed nicely. I don't really. He goes, well, you have a legal right to get in the house. And, Paul's standing there, and Paul goes, well, actually, didn't Chad get given full responsibility monetarily for the house? And they're like, yeah. And he goes, then you have no right to get in the house. You have a right to get to your stuff, and he's given you that. He's put it all here for you. And plus, I don't have a key. And her dad's like, well, I have a key. And Paul's like, well, the locks have been changed. Your key ain't going to work. He goes, well, he can't legally change the locks. And Paul goes, sure he can. Are you Christy? He's like, well, no. He goes, and do you have a key? Well, yeah. He goes, well, there you go. He doesn't know who has keys. You have a key. You're not his ex-wife. So, yeah, he's going to change the locks. And legally, he can. It was pretty good. And it's all on camera because they took video and picture of everything that was happening. So I kind of want to watch that. So I really was happy with that little portion of the story. Apparently she scoffed at the pictures being taken because they sat there taking pictures, and she scoffed at the video camera sitting there on Paul's dashboard, because Paul just put the video camera on his dashboard and sat on his car. Now Paul drives a fucking 30-year-old Volvo that looks like an East German fucking police car. It's the best thing I've ever seen. Everything's plastic. It's amazing. He's a giant fucking goth guy, so him driving that is hysterical too, because now that's a hipster car, and there's this giant goth guy driving a hipster car. But yeah, so he did that. And then she scoffed at the invoice, and the invoice was everything, and she left some stuff here that was on that invoice that was worth money, but still signed the invoice. So regardless of what she says, that invoice says she took it, so I'm still claiming it as stuff she took, and the things she didn't take are already on the curb. And that's the way it's going to be. I'm not keeping any of it. I want all your shit gone, and I want to start fresh. This table I'm sitting at I want to get rid of because my kids have destroyed it. There's no reason for it to be here, but I'll probably wait till next week to do that. But yeah, I don't know what I'm doing with these rooms yet. People keep saying, hey, you should rent them out. I don't know if I want to rent them out. I don't know if I want to deal with somebody living with me, hoping he's not stealing, him or her not stealing from me, dealing with chasing them for rent, dealing with this and that, and then I have the 2 dogs now, and I have to hope they, make sure the gates are closed or let them, it's a lot of work, and that's where I am with that. I don't know what I'm doing. Well, that's the thing, right? I'm starting fresh. Like I said, currently I'm living like a pauper. I don't even care. I'm living like a squatter. I have this shitty thing. I have the dishes you see back there that you always see in the fucking sink. The reason the fucking sink is always like it's clean dishes, but the reason why there's always dishes in that sink is that's all the dishes I fucking own. I gave her everything except for like 2 plates, 2 bowls, a couple of forks, it's me. It's me and 2 dogs. I don't need much. It's me and 2 dogs. So there's bones everywhere. Do not you dare chew that. Do not dare chew that. Like there's no reason for me to have all this shit. You have the kids, take the shit. Plus I was thinking as well, you're taking all this shit, I can fucking say, hey, that's more value off the house. Because I don't want to lose the house, because the house is the only way I can stay in Niagara, and I want to stay in Niagara because I need to pay I need to pay you a great deal of fucking child support, and I want to keep the fucking benefits for the kids. Because if I have to rent a room, fucking renting a room costs more than what I pay for the entire house. I did take I took the fucking washer up the stairs myself because I'm an idiot. I do that type of stuff, and I did it with these. I have 2 deadlift hooks. They're rated at fucking 300 kilograms a piece, so over, close to 900 pounds a piece. And, strap them on, put that under the lip of each one, and just fucking start walking. Because the weight wasn't the problem, it was the fucking size of them, so I used this. It worked. It worked great. Got to take it back downstairs later. Well, the 2 of them. So yeah, I thought everything through, right? I'm like, okay, if I leave this stuff in the garage, she might complain that, the stuff could get wet and destroyed. So we put fucking tarp down on the ground of the garage and then put her stuff on top of the tarps. And then I'm like, oh, well, she might say that because there was a whole bunch of toys and shit in the front of the garage, like all the outdoor toys. And I'm like, oh, she might say that, it's not stacked properly. So I left a bunch of boxes out there. I'm like, if she wants the boxes, here's the boxes. It was fun. All the furniture was like up at the front. It was all stacked properly. It was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every moment of it. I had a smile on my face as I was putting each box in the fucking garage. And when I came home today, and I walked through the empty house, and I walked into the garage and looked at just the few things she left, and I'm kind of glad she left the crib, because now I don't have to go out and buy a crib. I just have to put it back together, and that's going to be a bitch too. But and when I put it back, I'm going to leave it out in the garage until I find out when my kids are coming for the nights, and then I'll put it back together. But I already have a list of things that buddies have for me, and I mean, it's all going to be fucking secondhand shit. I mean, some of the stuff's coming from my buddy's grandmother, so it hasn't seen the light of day since the 70s, but I kind of love that. There's like a giant floral, like disgustingly floral peach couch, and I'm excited for it, I'm excited for it because I think it's hysterical, because that's the type of guy I am. I think that type of shit is funny. I'm milking my shepherd's ears. That's what I'm doing right now. Oh, she's come to say hi. Yeah, you're a good girl. Yes, you are. Oh, you're a good boy, too. You are. You're both good. Okay, get down, both of you. Get down, both of you. Okay, I keep saying I'm leaving, but what comments are there? And then we're leaving. The Wicked Man, that's awesome. I know that one. I went to Walmart to get new dishes after my ex-wife took all of mine. One word, freedom. It really feels good. Well, that's the thing, right? I'm not fully free yet because we still haven't done everything. She still hasn't signed a fucking separation agreement. She hasn't done this. She hasn't done that. I don't think she realizes this is why I'm doing the things I'm doing. And she's fucking up every step of the way with the things she's doing. And if that's the way the game's going to get played, that's the way the game's going to get played. I don't care much about it in that sense. It's just, it's sad. It's sad that our kids have to get hurt because she doesn't want to take responsibility for anything of her own. Like, I've taken responsibility for my shit. I know that I wasn't always the greatest husband. I wasn't the greatest guy. I wasn't the greatest anything, and I get that. I wasn't the greatest father. I mean, I did the best I could with where I was in my life. Things are much different now, and some other person in the world is going to get a Rhino that is himself again, a Rhino that's stable again, a Rhino that can deal with his problems. And yeah, maybe somebody else will be happy. There was a couple girls in those 7 that were happy with me. So maybe somebody else will be happy. Maybe not. We'll find out. She wants the house to go for sale, and like I said, I'm trying desperately to hold on to it because my rent and, well, my mortgage and property tax combined are less than rent for a 1-bedroom apartment in this city. And I mean, when I get my kids for the nights, I need to have room for them. I have 3 kids. I need to have rooms for them, and I need to have space for them, and I want them to feel comfortable. They know this house. This was their house. This is where I would like them to go. I don't want them to go to a fucking... Well, they won't even be allowed to go to a 1-bedroom apartment and stay with me for the weekend. The courts won't allow that. So, I mean... That's where the problem comes in, right? And then I sit here and I think, I've been dating these different girls. A lot of them have had kids and all that. What happens with that? I mean... I need to find people that are also willing to accept that I have kids. And I mean, this girl, she was a little annoyed earlier today. She did text me a couple times while I was with my kids. She didn't know I was with my kids because we didn't talk about that. But she texted me a few times, and she texted me back, "Are you going to answer me? I go to work in like 10 minutes." And I didn't get it until like an hour and a half later. So I texted her back. I'm like, "Look, Jamie, I'm really sorry. I was with my kids. One, even if they didn't, I wouldn't be answering you while I'm with them. I'm spending my time with them. But the second I walk into the Sven, they take my phone, they take all that stuff, so I don't have it. I'm like, it gets turned off, so I don't even know you messaged or anything. So I do apologize for that. It is what it is. It's usually every second Sunday. Just so you know, it's every second Sunday from 12:30 till 3:30 that you won't be able to get a hold of me. And then I got a response back from her going, "Oh, that's great to know. I'm glad you saw your kids. How are the kiddos?" So this girl's actually taking an interest in things like that. And a lot of the other ones didn't care. They're like, "I don't want to hear about this. I don't care that you have kids." I'm like, well, some of them had kids themselves. And I'm like, "You have kids. Should I not take any interest at all?" And yeah, that is what it is. I mean, the fact that she took interest in it and stuff like that impresses me as well. Anyway, this time I'm going. This time I'm legitimately going. So goodbye to the, 4 of you that are still watching. I'm leaving. If you have anything last to say it right now or forever hold your peace. Or at least hold your peace until sometime tomorrow. And I'm going to wipe off this lens just like this because I'm seeing some fucking camera glare. And... you take care as well, Dan. Great to talk to you again, like always. Anyone else that's still here, great talking to you. Yeah. Hello, Helga. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. Oh, that was the last story I'll tell. Paul gets here. He's not met my dogs yet. He hasn't been here. Like I've hung out with Paul a couple times, but he hasn't been here himself to meet my dogs until today. He likes dogs, but he hates dogs at the same time, right? So he walks in and these two come running at him. He's like, "I thought you had puppies." I'm like, "I do have puppies. He's 7 months old. She's 6 months old." He goes, "Those are not fucking puppies. They're like 70 pounds each." I go, "Yeah, they guess he's going to be 90 and they guess she's going to be 140. What the fuck is that?" I go, "That's a dog, sir. That is a dog." So we'll keep you updated with where they end up. She might end up being smaller. I don't know. I'm thinking about letting the 2 of them breed before I get them fixed. Just because I think a Shepherd Mastiff Boxer would be a very cute dog. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. But I'm thinking about it. It's a contemplation in my head. It is a contemplation in my head. Anyway, guys, again, thank you. Bye-bye.